Hello everybody, my name is Marlo. Welcome back to the survival world where today we are going to be killing the Ender Dragon. It may not be quite as epic as that, but it should still be pretty fun. We have all seen the dragon fight multiple times and done it ourselves, so we're not going to be spending too long on it in today's episode, but the plan is go kill the dragon, get ourselves an elytra in the end cities, maybe some shulker shells while we're over there, and then set up some sort of Enderman farm. But yeah, we're just going to jump straight into it with today's episode. And in case you're curious as to what this is behind me, this is something we did in a live stream on the previous weekend. There was already this little water cave here, and we just made it look a little prettier with a rickety bridge going across to a minecart, which just goes down to some boring strip mines, so I won't bother riding the rail to show you that. But yeah, you're pretty much all caught up on what has happened in between episodes. Also, floating magical lilac. We did do a few other things here and there in the stream, and one of which was to go to the nether and gather together all of these blaze rods, as well as grinding up some of these ender pearls here. Now, 17 Eyes of Ender may not be enough to 1. Locate the stronghold, and 2. Activate the portal itself, so I'm thinking before we set off I should probably try and get a few more of these. This isn't frightening at all, running through a field of creepers. No Enderman yet though. And a baby zombie, the worst of the bunch. Target acquired. Come get some. Oh lord, he coming. I believe that is one. Thanks for nothing. You again, go away. Oh, there's 4 Endermen there. I thought there was only 3. We've hit the jackpot. Why didn't I plan to go in the water originally? That would have been the smartest choice. Eyes of Ender, check. And 1 spare Ender Pearl, check. We're going to be using this if we spawn on an island out in the middle of the void. Top up on food, check. Extra building blocks, check. A shield, check. Some potions of slow falling. Check. Leaving behind tools that I don't really need and could possibly lose. Check. And a bed. Check. We are now ready for our adventure. Let's throw the first Eye of Ender and see where we're going. Hopefully not out into the ocean. Okay, let's go back for a boat first of all. Boat has been acquired and we are ready to set sail. I'm just gonna meet you guys over there because this is gonna be long and boring. B, what are you doing? I thought they stopped doing this. You know what? I'm just gonna let them. They can roam the ocean if they really want to. Goodbye, buddy. I'm off to kill the dragon. See you when I'm home. I've got a feeling, just a sneaking suspicion, that this could be the stronghold. I don't think I've ever seen one submerged into the ocean and quite as obvious as this, but don't mind if I do. Nice, easy find. Alright, time to find the portal. Yes! Oh, and it's one I already have, like, several of. Always seems to be the case. Well, I found the portal room just over here, lit it all up, the silverfish spawner. I'm just gonna leave, you never know when I might want to do something with it. But before we head in, I'm gonna grab all of these bookshelves. That would in fact be a lie, because, of course, I left my axe at home, so I will... Hello, silverfish, have to come back for that, but let's fill all of these in and try not to fall in the lava as we go around. We needed 11, so pretty glad I crafted up this many. Oh, epic noise. Still got 14 remaining, so I was a little bit overkill. Okay, do need to do a little bit of prep work just before I jump in. Whew. Okay, I think I am ready. Oh, silverfish coming at me again. Ready for the fight of my life. Got my ender pearls on the bar ready to throw across if we do land on an island. Let's do this. Which we did. Very, very glad I brought these. Nice little tip for you. If you spawn an island, bring the ender pearl. Alright, dragon. Let's see what you got. Well, that was easy. One thing I did forget though, water bottles, or I suppose normal bottles, to pick up the dragon's breath. Always seem to forget to bring them, but never end up using those special potions anyway, so doesn't really matter. Anyway, there should be an end gateway around here somewhere, and we, I think over there, yes, can go get ourselves some wings. This always frightens me. There's just something unnatural about throwing an ender pearl which teleports you to the location just into the void, but here we go. And I'm on top of a chorus plant. Okay, good spawn. I've been walking for about 20 seconds now, and look what I found. An end city right on our doorstep. Hopefully there's a boat on this one. If not, I'm just gonna carry on going. It's not looking too promising, to say the least. I think we might have to carry on going. Here's a question. Is the ender pearl gonna make it to the other side? You think so, right? That's a very small gap for an ender pearl throw. This could end horribly. I genuinely have no idea. I could lose all my items right now. I think I'm good. I'm good. Easy money. Not uncomfortable at all right now. How rare are these things? I've walked about 2,000 blocks and still nothing except that one right at where we spawned, but I'm looking for the boat. I want an elytra. Don't really care about anything else too much. I am on my last stack of blocks. I knew I should have brought more. I guess I can always mine the end stone, but yeah, I'm up to 3,000 blocks now. Hopefully something appears soon. Finally, I have found it. I am so happy to see you, boat. It's been a long journey, and now I'm just going to take this thing on, not worried too much about recording any of it. You guys have seen all this stuff before, and mainly focus on trying not to die. Oh, baby. I got my wings. I am ready for flight. I no longer have to walk everywhere again. That's gonna be amazing. Once I get some rockets, of course. But yeah, this is the loot we got. Nothing too extravagant or special. Some diamond gear and a few shulker shells. I don't really need that many at the moment. I can always come back to the end if I am in need of more than 8 shulker boxes, but that should be enough. So yeah, I guess I'm now gonna glide on home. Here we go. So amazing. I love this. Okay, I actually do need to find an end gateway, otherwise I'm going to be stuck here. Back home, safe and sound. Well, actually in our second home, the mountainside base, and I thought we would put some mending and unbreaking on our elytra, of course, so you can actually use this thing fairly frequently. Currently don't have any rockets though, so I'll leave it off for now. But now what we need to do is build our ender, which is gonna completely make this entire thing pointless. In case you don't know, my skeleton spawner is actually down here, and the ender is gonna be just a wee bit better than this little thing. I have been spending the past hour or so doing some resource collecting of everything I think we're going to need for the build. So here is all of our main building blocks, just a whole bunch of white and light blue concrete, as well as a little bit of smooth quartz, always very expensive to get hold of. And then here is everything else I think I need. I'm probably gonna forget something, but I'm gonna try my best to make as little returns as possible, because the stronghold is quite a long way away, so the less I can come back the better really. But let's take a nap and then I will fly on out. The first thing we have to do is bridge far out into the void away from the main end island, so that any spawns on there don't affect the rates of the farm. And then when we've gone far enough away, we can start work on building the actual thing. And I think the best way to go about this is to split it up into 2 separate parts. To begin with, we're going to build the actual farm and the structure of it and make it functional and work okay. And then we're going to worry about making it look pretty afterwards and sort out storage and that kind of stuff. So for this farm, I'm kind of using my own design. It's not really anything that innovative and extraordinary. It's just using the idea that Endermen like to chase after the Endermite. So we're going to have an Endermite in the center of this big round platform, which the Endermen will all try and chase after, fall into a small hole, and be killed. So I haven't tested this at all in the end in a test world. Probably should have done that, so I have no idea if this is going to work, but I really don't see why it wouldn't. So we finished our platform and completed the shoot down. The only thing left to do before this is a fully functional farm is to add in our endermite. this is probably the trickiest part of the whole thing. So I need to get him on this block here in the minecart. Now, to get an endermite, you need to throw an ender pearl until you get one to spawn. I don't know what the likelihood is. I want to say 5%, but I have not checked up on that, so that's most likely wrong. Hoping to get one here soon, because I don't have unlimited ender pearls, only 14 left, but that should be fine. Okay, come on endermite, any day now. Okay, I've only got 2 left, so if he doesn't appear in this one, I'm gonna be mad. I'm mad. Oh, finally! 20 emeralds? Ender pearls later. Right, you need to get in the cart before I want to name you, really, because I don't trust you to not get in, and then I'm lost without a name tag. Okay, why are you not getting in the minecart, mister? Maybe I need to name you first? I'm gonna trust that you're gonna survive, give you that, and try and get you in here. Come on. Maybe some more rails could be good if I'd get it like on a bit of a circuit. And then try and get him to walk into that. Is he in? Oh, he's in. Okay, stop the circuit. Stop the circuit. Okay, now we need to get him back onto, ouch, onto that block. Preferably in the center. Yep, now scoot back on. Stop hitting me. Stop hitting me. Yep, ouch, it hurts. Okay, now I think we can break... This is going to be chaos, by the way. We can break this. Actually, no, let's do it this way. Break that block. And they should. Yep, here they come. Start flooding in. A lot of them are getting stuck. That's not a very good sign. But a lot of them are falling down, so I think we're good. Let's clear this out and we can take a look at the rates. That's a lot of Endermen, to say the least. Now, I'm a bit skeptical to actually hit them because they can actually teleport outside of here because I haven't double carpeted, watered everywhere, that whole shebang, which I will do at some point. So, yeah, just to play it on the safe side and save myself hundreds of Endermen all attacking me at once, maybe we'll leave it for now until we're all done. But, yeah, oh no, I angered one. Yes, we've got our endermite in place. It's all fully working now. I don't quite know how fast or functional it is. Probably, yeah, not as good as the other designs out there. But, hey, it's working. That's the main part. I also am not finished at all here. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to do a little bit of work on it. Oh, no. Okay, they're coming after me. I'm going to work on this and get it all done. Then I'll show you what it looks like when we're finished. And time to run. Or fly, I should say. So, this is my life right now. Having tons of fun, as you can see. Not cramped at all. We are by no means finished with this project. I've done a little bit of work, but there's still lots more left to do. So, as you can see, I have finished the main platform and chute going down. It's meant to be a bit like a UFO, and I think I've done an okay job of that. It looks good from the bottom. Obviously from the top just looks like a big white spawning platform because, well, that's exactly what it is, because we can't really touch up there, otherwise it's going to affect the rates of the farm. But yeah, so we've got this and our chute, but this area here, where I stand, and the item collection system round the back. Actually, if we just hop inside first, you can see this doesn't look bad. It looks nice and neat and tidy for the most part, but then as soon as we hop outside, elytra on, check. I'll show you around the back. Oh god, I do not like just flying straight into the void. It looks pretty messy, and honestly, I really dislike how this looks. I'd rather just have something clean and tidy. This is just too much of a mess, and I think despite this taking me very long to build and it being a very tedious process, anything you try and do over the end, especially redstone and water elevators, it's always very tricky. But I think I'm going to get rid of it and then gather up a bunch of ender pearls, maybe like a double chest or something full of them, and then just send the rest out straight into the void, because I probably don't need them, and that way it'll be much smaller, less bulky, and we won't have this horrible thing sticking out the back of our platform here. I also need to figure out what I'm doing with our main entranceway here, as well as completing the pathway going back to the end island, making it look much nicer and much safer. It's a little bit sketchy at the moment, but I think I'm just going to finish everything up here, mainly because I have no idea what length this episode is at. When I do a whole bunch of little clips like I've done today, it makes keeping track of time a really tricky thing to do, so to play it safe, we're going to finish it up and I can show you the completed project. Today I have learnt a very, 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 very valuable lesson. Don't build a farm of this caliber when you have no idea what you're doing. I mean, I had a rough idea of how all of the mechanics work, but turns out there's one kind of huge problem I overlooked. So the farm is done. It should be spawning Enderman. As you can see, we're on hard. There's no reason for them not to be, other than I am too far away for them to spawn. So I either option A, forget this place exists and leave it here, which I don't really want to do because I've spent so long on this already, and yeah, I need this XP farm really with all of our mending gear. Or B, I lower the entire spawning platform with all of the decoration below down by a couple of blocks. I don't know how many exactly, gonna need to do some research beforehand, should have done that way long ago, but there we are, this is the situation we're in, so yeah, I'm gonna spend a few more hours on lowering this whole platform down, and then hopefully that should be the last of my issues and Enderman should start spawning here. Hold the phone, I have made a startling discovery. So I was doing some testing as to how much I'd need to move the platform by, and those technical players of you were probably facepalming pretty heavily when you found out I was about to move it downwards, because that would have done nothing. I'm actually too close to the spawning platform as opposed to too far away, so I could increase the height of the platform, but that's going to be a lot of effort. So one simple solution that I have found, we've cleared out the Enderman, none of them are spawning, very sad indeed, but if we just take a couple of steps back into our tunnel here, give it a couple of seconds, and they start to fall once again and fill up the killing chamber. I just probably need to stand here for about 5 seconds or so before I can head on in and yeah, wait till they start dropping. I won't bother waiting here the whole time, but yeah, as you can see, it works. Kind of. I know it's not the best and efficient way of doing things. I probably would have been better off just building a tutorial that I could copy from somebody, but this one is my own design, and yeah, I'm really happy with it and kind of relieved I don't basically have to build the entire thing all again. Actually, you know what? Scrap that. It's the next day now. I've had a little bit of a break. I'm feeling refreshed. Let's extend the height of the platform and really get this Enderman farm working. Oh boy, I am so glad I made that change. Yes, it took a little while, and I know I could have done it right from the get-go if I just used my brain a little bit, but oh well, it doesn't matter, we're all good now, it's working stupendously well. If I just send you up to the top a second, you can see the Endermen are spawning like crazy, and they just don't slow down. This thing is awesome, and definitely puts the skeleton farm out of business. Although I'm sure I'll still make some use out of it every now and again. It does drop a lot of bones and I use them a fair bit, so will still come in very handy, but as far as XP is concerned, this right here is going to be our main source. That is until we build a zombie pigman / gold farm in the nether. That will probably take the top spot, but we'll save that for another day, I think. I should probably show you the inside of what we've done here. So we've just got a big long ice path stretching from one side to the other. I know I don't really need it considering I have an elytra now, but just in case I ever don't, this is how we're going to get across. Very boring tunnel, but I think it's absolutely fine. That kind of looks cool, honestly. And then at the end here, we've just got a bubble column with a really cool view. You can just see it shadowy in the distance there. I had to use several types of glass for this because I did not have one whole lot of a certain color on me, so we've got a bit of a technicolor, or at least blue and white variant going all the way down. Might as well drop down and show you the multicolor view. Yeah, and then back up again. We've already done this, but as you can see, we go right up to the obsidian platform, and I've not really done anything special down here, or up here I should say. There's still changes changes that I may make in the future, but for now I think it looks pretty cool and works very well, which is the main thing. And I know it's not as efficient as it can be. If we just fly here, we might be able to show it working. Let's try not look at them actually, but you can see a few of them crowd around the birch slabs and kind of get stuck there. I think that's just because with other designs, the Endermen kind of push each other into it, which is a little bit what they're doing here, but yeah, they can get stuck, but it's like 1 or 2. It doesn't really matter, you know, it's fast enough as it is. I don't need to redo the whole farm just to get an extra Enderman or 2 to fall down. You're really mad at me. I'll leave you alone, sorry. Bye-bye. And I honestly think extending the height of the platform has helped the look of the farm drastically. The beam from the UFO, we're calling this, was a little short and stubby. This one's a bit longer, and yeah, I am so happy with how this looks and of course functions, but I mean the look of it, very, very cool indeed. I may have already said this, so apologies if you're hearing it twice, but the water on top of everything you see here is to stop Enderman teleporting away. You could use double carpet instead, but I've never used water, I don't think, for an ender, so I thought I'd do that instead, and we've got a bit of a blue color going on here, so I think it fits in quite well. But anyway, guys, that is going to be where we call it for today. As I said earlier, I have no idea of what the length of this episode is, so sorry if it's... Why is that one Enderman stuck up the top there? That could be the one that's mad at me. I think it is. Yeah, it could be really long or really short. I genuinely have no idea. Hopefully we've landed at a good length. But yeah, nonetheless, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Spooky noises. Bye for now.